Too many content creators make the mistake of posting content on only one platform instead of repurposing their content on multiple platforms. Here are 3 reasons it's smart for you to repurpose your content on multiple platforms. The first reason is social media sites can shut down your account at any time for any reason. If you're putting all of your eggs into one basket, aka one channel, one platform, and that platform decides to penalize your account and shut it down permanently for whatever reason, then you will lose access to all of the work you put out, to the community you've built over the years, and just all of the effort and time you poured into building that platform. If you've been on social media for a while, then you know that there are creators who have had their accounts shut down. They've had their YouTube channel deleted. They've had their Instagram account deleted. They've had their Facebook account deleted. These were small creators and large creators. As content creators, we want to be smart, not naive. So that means repurposing our content on different platforms. If you like to create long form content and you mainly post it on YouTube at this time, then make a plan to post it on other platforms such as Rumble, Odyssey, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Take those same long videos that you've already created and post them on different platforms. The same thing goes for short form content. If you focus mainly on Instagram Reels and you've already created and posted videos on Instagram Reels, then take those same videos and post it on other platforms such as Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, Twitter, Pinterest, etc. You never want to dedicate all of your time and effort to one platform. These platforms are not loyal to us, so why should we be loyal to them? Don't build your entire empire, your entire community, your entire business solely on one platform because, like I said, these social media platforms can shut down your account at any time for any reason. The second reason it's smart to repurpose your content on multiple platforms is that your audience may not have access to the main channel or the main platform that you're posting content on. There are some countries in which YouTube is banned. So if you're primarily creating and posting content on YouTube, you're not reaching all of your target audience because some of them don't have access to YouTube in their country. We know that there's discussion about a TikTok ban at the moment. TikTok could be banned in the future. It may not be banned. Who knows? But if you're solely focusing on posting all of your short form or even long form content on TikTok and it does get banned, or even if your account gets deleted, then what are you going to do? If TikTok does get banned, then you're going to lose access to your community that you built over on TikTok. Now, even if TikTok doesn't get banned, there are still people in your audience, in your target audience, your target community who may not have TikTok accounts. Not everyone has a TikTok account, whether it's due to a ban or some kind of restriction, or maybe it's due to a personal preference. For example, I don't have a TikTok account because personally I don't want to be on the platform. I have thought about it in the past because it's so popular right now, and I've seen so many people talk about their success of building an audience on there and selling their products and their services and making money in general through TikTok. So I've heard a lot of success stories, but there are certain things about the platform that have made me hesitant about creating an account on there. So just like me, there are other people in your audience, in your target audience, who may not have a TikTok account. So they have no clue about the content you have been creating and posted on there. This is why it's a good idea for you to take those same videos, that same content that you've already created and posted on your main channel, your main platform, and repurpose it on multiple platforms. This goes hand in hand with the third reason. The third reason is people like to consume content in different ways. Sometimes I'm okay with watching videos, short form videos and long form videos. Other times I'd rather read a blog post or an article. Other times I'd rather just listen to a podcast episode versus watching a video. Your audience thinks and feels the same way. You may even think and feel the same way. Sometimes you don't feel like reading something. You'd rather listen to it or watch a video. Other times you may not feel like watching a video or listen to a podcast episode. You'd rather read the blog post or you'd rather skim through an article instead. This is why it's good, again, to take that same content that you've already created and to repurpose it in different ways. Turn your long form videos into podcast episodes. Turn them into blog posts. Turn them into email newsletters. Turn them into carousel posts. You can repurpose your content in multiple ways. You could also splice your long form content and post them as short form content on Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, etc. You're using that same piece of content, so you're not doing additional work in terms of creating an entire new video, but instead you're taking that video you've already created and you're repurposing it in different ways. So we're primarily talking about video content, but if you're someone who mainly writes, then you can also repurpose that content as well. You can turn your written blog posts into podcast episodes, right? You can simply read what you've already written and turn it into a podcast episode, or at least some form of audio that your audience can consume in their free time. Sometimes people prefer to consume your content via audio while they're commuting, while they're completing housework, or even while they're getting ready for bed. This is why it's a good idea to repurpose your content in different ways. Turn videos into blog posts and email newsletters. Turn your long form content into short form content. That way you will get the same message out, the same information out to more people in various ways. You increase your chances of people actually consuming your content, becoming a fan of your content, wanting to join your community, wanting to engage with your community, and you increase your chances of them coming back more in the future to consume more of your content. As content creators, we want to work smarter and not harder. Now, repurposing does take some time and it does take some effort. You can either do this yourself in the beginning, or you can hire out an assistant to help you with this process. Whatever you choose to do, make sure that you are posting your content on different platforms and in different formats so you can reach more people and you can make your business more secure. It would be a shame for you to build your business or to simply build an audience or a community on a platform and then one day you wake up and that whole community, your whole body of work is gone. While you might have all of that content saved on a hard drive or in the cloud, it's still going to take some time for you to repost all of that content on a new platform if you haven't already been doing it. So why not save yourself the time and the headache in the future? It's a possibility. It's not a guarantee that's going to happen, but there is a very real possibility that any of these social media platforms could delete your account for any reason. It could be petty, but they have the right to delete it, unfortunately, because they own it. You don't own those platforms. So because they have control over these platforms, it is smart for you to take the time as you are creating the content in the first place and getting ready to post it. Have a routine set up in which you can easily post it on multiple platforms. There are some tools you can use in which you can publish your videos to multiple platforms all at once. Or again, you can either take some time out, block out time in your schedule to upload your videos to multiple platforms on your upload days, or you could hire out help and have someone else upload your videos and repurpose your videos to multiple platforms in different formats. Again, we want to be smart as content creators and work smarter, not harder. It'll take a little bit of time and effort in the beginning to adjust to posting on different platforms, but it will be worth it in the end. Lastly, not only do we want to use these different platforms in order to build a community and to reach our target audience, it's also smart for us to be posting our content on our own platforms that we have more control over. This means your own website and your email newsletter. Please make sure that you start an email newsletter and that you have a website, and I mean a legit website, not a website where it's something name dot that platform's name. Buy your domain name, pay for that web hosting, or pay for that platform's plan so you can actually have more control over your website. This is a business, so treat it like one. Even if you don't have a business right now and maybe you don't plan to monetize your content, at least right now, it's still good to have these things set up, meaning your website and your email list, because you will have more control over those avenues versus the social media platforms that you do not own. You own your website, you own your email list, or at least you have more control over it, because technically your email provider and your web host provider could delete your account, but usually with those, they have to give you a notice, and you could have a greater chance of either stopping them from closing your account, or you'll have a smoother process when it comes to transferring, for example, your web host from one host to another. It's much more smooth versus your Instagram account being deleted and then you have to post all of your videos on YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, Twitter, Pinterest, wherever. It's so much smoother. I had to put that in there because usually people will say like, "Oh, you own your email list." Technically, those could be shut down too because we didn't create the web host or the email newsletter platform. But I will say that you do have way more control over your email newsletter and your website. A lot more control. Ultimately, if we want full control, then we'll have to create our own email software and our own web hosting company if we truly want 100% control. But until then, in the meantime, we can take control of our content, of reaching our audience by having our website, having an email list, and posting our content on multiple platforms in multiple formats. And speaking of newsletters, I've got to plug mine in here. Otherwise, I'm not practicing what I preach. What does that sound? It's being so loud. You're being rude. Please stop. Anyways, if you'd like to learn more tips and lessons related to public speaking, digital media, running an online business, things of that nature, then be sure to join my VIP email list. The link to it is included in the description below. Remember, work smarter, not harder. Repurpose your content in different formats on multiple platforms.